Hey everyone, it is Shannon. It is now day 6 of the vlog, and this actually might be a new vlog because I was looking at the clips last night and I was like, oh, this might actually end up being in 3 parts, or maybe today and tomorrow's clips will be really short and I'll put it in the, I don't know how that's gonna go. I feel weird always commenting on that, but I mean, in this moment, that's something like that's on my mind. Also on my mind is I actually have to put the vlogs together, so hopefully you're seeing this and hopefully they got all put together and hopefully all of that happened. In terms of today and like what I did after I signed off last night, I did continue to game. I did the wild transmutation, which I shared, and then hopefully I remember to share that. And then also I did some more dragon riding racing. I don't know if I did any clips of that, but there's an event going on right now until the day after this vlog closes out, that there's these dragon riding races in Kalimdor, which is one of the continents in World of Warcraft. And so basically what it is you go to different zones, and there's these dragons that have set up races, and so you have to fly through these rings through the air, and they're like these courses that you go through, and and if you successfully complete it, then you get a token that you can use for special currencies. And also if you successfully complete it at like different rates, they have like bronze, silver, and gold, and for each of those speeds you get tokens. So if you do it really fast on your first try, you get a gold and you get 3 currencies for these special appearances. And they're sort of like old school aircraft, like Amelia Earhart kind of vibes, but to me they also kind of look like dark, I think it's like brown leather with sort of like fur trimmed, and then sort of more like a more tan. So brown and tan with sort of fur trimmed, and the helm has like goggles and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool, and it's quite a unique set. I also do feel like it kind of reminds me of sort of like old school, like studded leather armor. Like it kind of has a bit of that vibe. And so anyway, so I want to get the complete set. So I need to do enough of the races to get enough of the currency to get all of the pieces. I got 3, I think, out of 8 so far. So I'm going to work on that because it's only going to be available for the next couple of days. And I think there's some achievements for doing them on, there's like a hard mode where you don't have speed ups, and then there's a reverse, doing the course in the reverse direction, which sounds intimidating, but it's actually not that hard. Like it's definitely, you can feel like it wasn't designed to go this way, because sometimes instead of letting you drift down, you have to soar up. So it is a little tricky, but it's not as hard as I initially thought it was. I do find doing the dragon riding racing is really hard, is really more demanding on my hands because you have to use the mouse a lot. And honestly, when I game, I use the keyboard mostly. So I sort of do a couple and then I switch to something else and do a couple. I can't do it like intensely for a really long time. So I just sort of have to weave it in and out throughout the other things that I'm doing. I also did continue to read on in Night of Darkness. Well, yesterday I did also connect with Anita about the chapter that we read, so that was really good. And then I've read the next chapter, so I'll let her know that I've read that. It's been really nice to get back to reading together. I also see that she has a vlog up for reads in 1994, so I just started watching that, so I'm curious to see what she ended up finding for that year. So it's really exciting to see her vlogging again. And it's gotten me inspired to vlog too, to be honest. I really, I really like vlogging, and I haven't been reading, so I didn't, it took me a while to realize I could shift and continue vlogging, but do it about something else. And also, like, I haven't done a lot of reading vlogs over the years. I've done a couple, but not tons. Anyway, so thank you for Anita for sharing your vlogs. It makes me want to do that as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like sort of see where the day takes me. I'm gonna be a little bit more relaxed today. I did also, what else do I have to do? I know there's a couple of things on my list that I haven't done yet, and there's a couple of things that I'm not going to get to. I guess I could end up, I still haven't gone through the new makeup that I got, so that is still something that would be fun to do. It's kind of hilarious that I have like a bunch of practical things and make progress on things, and like the one thing I haven't gotten to is the fun thing. I do have a little show and tell if you are interested. A lot of us here in Canada are very focused on buying Canadian these days, and so I did try some new stuff this week from the store, and some of the things that I got were these Go Pure soft bake oatmeal bars carrot cake from Leclerc, which is a Canadian company out of Quebec. And this one does say made in Canada from domestic and imported products. So I am looking forward to trying that. I needed a new alternative for granola bars, so if I like these, this might be it. They also had Leclerc, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about these ones, though. They also had Nugabars, which are soft nougat with frosted crisp rice and oatmeal, and this is the chocolate and caramel flavor. So I gotta say, like, for me, like, this one kind of feels like, oh yeah, you know, in between meals, this is a good snack or something like that. This feels like a chocolate bar. I mean, it's covered in chocolate. There is caramel. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not a good thing, but it feels a little bit more like, that feels more like, you know, food, and this feels more like treat, you know. So I'm curious to try this. I feel like nougat is not something we have in a lot of things. I do know there's at least one chocolate bar that I have had that has nougat, and I can't remember what it was. Now on this one, I could not find the made in Canada thing, and I know that they do, and they do also have plants in the States, but it doesn't say where this is from. It just says it says a proudly Canadian company, and they've been around a long time, since 1905, Leclerc. So yeah, and then I also got these passion flakies from Vachon, which is a Canadian company. It is owned by Grupo Bimbo, which is a Mexican company, so that's both A-okay. And I honestly have not had a passion flaky since I was a kid. Like, I haven't. And I wasn't gonna get these. I wanted to get the half moons, but they were out of the half moons. Half moons are they're like a vanilla cake with frosting in the middle. So that's really a treat. And then these are like a little pastry with, I guess, some icing, and then sort of a jam. And these are apple raspberry. So yeah, so I mean, this really is a treat. This really is dessert. So, but I haven't had them for a really long time, so I am really curious to see how that goes. Now this one, it says, I'm not sure, because the notation is in French, and I don't have good enough French to understand what that means. It says Aliments préparés au Québec. So that, to me, sounds like made in Quebec, which the site did say, and then it has on the back, it has the story of Vachon in French and in English. So, which makes sense. I mean, all Canadian products need to be in French and English anyway. So, yeah, no, all products sold in Canada have to be in French and English. I don't know the specifics on that. Like, honestly, when you go to the store or the grocery store, everything's in French and English. Everything. I'm trying to think of other stores, not other stores, but the Canadian store, right? Because if you go to the bookstore, obviously, you know, it's not. So I don't know how far that is, but we do have to have labeling in French and English for food, for sure, without question. Anyway, so that is where I'm going to start my day. Let me know, out of these three, which one would you go for? Passion flaky, Nugabar, or carrot cake granola bar? Which choice would you pick? I will end up trying them all throughout the week. And honestly, for me, this is probably the most likely one for me to pick. And they did they have another flavor? No, there was another company that I couldn't figure out if they were Canadian or not. So I ended up going with Leclerc, because I know they are. So anyway, that is where things are starting here on day 6. I think I am going to keep it a bit more of a relaxed day. I do have to put the vlogs together and do some dragon riding races, getting some reputation, getting some reading in, and I do need to do some relaxing. Yesterday was a very, very high energy day. I'm actually really glad that today I'm sore without question, but my knee's feeling a little bit better, which is surprising. But given like how much the energy the errand I had to run took. But so I'm really happy about that, surprised about that, but happy about that. So anyway, that's where the day is starting, and so we'll see where the day takes us. Okay, so it is day 6 check-in time, and honestly, I don't think I'm gonna have too many clips for today because I've been mostly working on putting the vlog together, or at least the first part of the vlog together, which ended up being really long. Thankfully, the editing in terms of the software wasn't too bad. It seemed to it didn't take a long time to save. It didn't take a long time to upload, so that's very good, but it did take a long time to put it together, and it will take a long time to annotate it. I always like to do chapters, especially because I know I'm including some stuff like gaming stuff that people may not be interested in, or groceries. I mean, people might not care. I don't know. I don't know what people are going to be interested in, and so we're going to just have to see how these go. But I've been doing that mostly today, and I also did some tech troubleshooting type stuff, a fair amount of that. I didn't have anything to share with those kinds of things because it's a bit meta in a lot of ways. I am going to do some more gaming. I am going to do my daily transmutation, and I think it's not that. Oh no, I can't do the meat to pet yet. I have to do the one that hopefully will give the reagent we need for meat to pet, and then tomorrow I can do meat to pet, so that'll be exciting. I also am working on, I don't know if I mentioned, the dragon riding races, because they have these appearance set that's like a old school. I think I did mention it. It's like a fighter pilot type look sort of thing, and I mean, it's pretty cool. So I've been working on that, and there's an achievement to do them, so I'm gonna work on that. And then some reputations. Oh, the reputations, I have to, today's the last, it's not the last day, but anyway, so I'm gonna do some gaming. I mean, that's true. I have checked in on the news, but I haven't been too focused on it today. I've checked a few things, because there's been some big stories like locally, but then I know I'm going to be watching a lot of news tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be actually a really big day, because we are going to find out who is going to be the new prime minister here in Canada. We had a very unusual situation this year with Trudeau. Justin Trudeau resigned, and so there's been a leadership race for the Liberal Party, and 4 people made it to the whole all the way through the entire race, and that's Chrystia Freeland, Karina Gould, Frank Baylis, and Mark Carney. And so tomorrow we'll find out who the prime minister will be. The members of the Liberal Party vote on the new leader, and that new leader will become the new prime minister. And I think I've heard the term prime minister designate. So I don't know if that's the case of what they are referred to as, and for how long that's for. And then, because this is, I mean, the only other time there was anything like this in my memory is when Kim Campbell was prime minister. And I can't quite remember exactly the situation that came up. I don't know if that was also resignation. It's been, I mean, that was a lot of years before. I'm pretty confident that was before I could vote, but I still remember it happening. So, because that was also, again, a very unusual situation. And she has been, up until this point, the only woman prime minister that we've had, although we could have one tomorrow. We'll see. So I know I'm going to watch a lot of news coverage tomorrow. So today I'm letting myself, just be a little, I checked in on things, but do a little less on that front, because it's been a lot this week. So we'll see how things go. And so I'll probably share some WoW stuff. I was hoping to maybe get like a movie in or something. I still haven't even had lunch. I'm gonna go very simple today. I think with just like, salad and sandwich for dinner, and but also have lunch. And so it's not too much to report, but it's also kind of nice to have a day where there's just not as much going on. And we'll see how things go.
Amen.
All right, we are back in the Dalaran Alchemy Lab, ready to do some transmuting. So this week I've been working on Legion Alchemy, and I'm at 60. I got to 60. And I haven't done the quest. I'm supposed to do that. Whoops. Anyway, the big thing I want to do is this thing, meat to pet, to create this pulsating sac which can have pets inside. And I don't have all of the reagents. I think I can get that, that's no problem. What I'm looking for now is this oily transmutagen. And one of the places you can get it is this fish to gems. So we're gonna transmute some fish to gems and see what we get. What do we get? What do we get? you create a pile of gems. I guess that was expected, right? Pile of gems. All right, now we open the pile of gems. Ooh, oily transmutagen. I am thrilled. So that means we almost have the reagents. Oh, I also got some gem stuff. I'll send that to my jewel crafter, because I don't think this character will need it. But I did need this oily transmutagen. So now I can do this meat to gems, meat to pet. I do need unbroken tooth. That's no problem. That's 1 silver on the auction house, and I'm sure some of my characters can get that, no problem. But this does have a shared daily cooldown. That's what this red text is. Cooldown resets for daily. Oh, I can do the wild transmutation. That does. Oh, these are shared. Oh, okay. Well, I want to do that, but I need more of the Jarnskagaggle. Right. Ooh, someone else has their auction house. See if I can get this before they dismount. Alright, and hopefully I got enough. Let's go back into the alchemy lab. I didn't realize that was a different cooldown. Oh, Starlight Rose. I get all the things. Are they still there? Obviously, I need to get more flowers. I meant to do that yesterday and I forgot. Starlight Rose. Oh, seriously. Wow. That's expensive. I mean, it doesn't feel that expensive when I'm selling it for that. It feels like a delightful price when I'm selling it. Alright, let's see what we get with this wild transmutation. Alright, now I have enough materials. Enough materials for today and tomorrow. Alright, let's see what we get. Cloth to skins. Woo, I have a lot of that. Oh, that's okay, that's in my warband bank, and that's for other characters who are tailors. Okay, so this new recipe, cloth to skins, it creates a pile of skins which can have stone hide leather or storm scales, and also may include vicious transmutation. And oh, did I also get pants? Did that happen? Oh, and I got an oily transmutation from that. That's great. Now I have 2 of those. And I got Pant Loaf. Restores 30,000 health and 15,000 mana over 10 seconds. I'm gonna have to check and see if that has a use. I wonder if you can sell that. It doesn't say soulbound. Oh, the person left. Fine. I'll get my own root store. How do you sell it? You can. It sells for 50 gold. Or 7,000, depending on who you're selling. I'm gonna have to check that and see if it's a reagent for something else. So, alright, so obviously I need to do some gathering, get some more flowers, and I need to get some unbroken tooth for tomorrow to do the pulsating sack. Very exciting, and I should do the quest. I guess it's kind of funny because the overall goal is really to get to 1,000, but my personal goal was to get this recipe. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do in a week, and if getting 1 pulsating sack is what I get, I will be happy with that. So I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see how this goes.
Catch you later.
And that's dinner. Alright, it is now day 7 of the vlog. I'm going to actually keep this pretty brief because I have something that I have coming up that's like a timed thing or like a scheduled thing on at a particular time. I haven't had coffee yet, so don't. It's a rare thing to record before coffee. Anyway, but I do have a couple of things left on my list that I would like to do today. One of which is get to some desk time with either a sketchbook or my journal. So I do think I have an opportunity to do that. So I am going to do that. I would also like to share the makeup that I got. That's not going to take too long. I'm not going to do a get ready with me or anything like that. But yeah, I would like to share and have a look at what I got because I got some new stuff. And then those are the two sort of big things that I think I can still get to. I might get to some more film data entry today. I don't know. I probably, that kind of energy time will actually be spent editing the vlogs because I have part 1 is up and I have enough of part 2 to get that one going. So I'll probably do that. And then what else is there? I think maybe I just needed to start this off. And it also, I think for the big thing today, later today, will be that they'll be announcing the new leader of the Liberal Party. So that is something that I will be focusing on when I don't know when the coverage will start, or there'll be I think it's either 7 or 9. So I'll check that. So I'm going to try and get all of the stuff done before then, because I definitely want to see what happens, because that's a big event. I mean, honestly, it's very rare that we are in this situation. I think I mentioned that in a previous clip, that we're in a situation that we're in now. I mean, there's a lot of that can be said for in multiple levels, but I'm specifically saying that, in terms of having a new prime minister in this method, it's pretty rare. And I'm curious as to who it's going to be. Is it going to be who everyone expects it to be? Is it going to be someone else? And are they going to share? Is it going to be like the reality shows and they share, or do they just share who won? I have no idea. I mean, honestly, I really don't. So, they'll share who won for sure. And so that'll be interesting, and there'll be a lot of discussion, I imagine, on how that works and how that takes place and what to expect in the near future. And I'm curious about all of that. So that's going to be, I think, my day today. So I don't know, maybe more data entry. Maybe I can get May done. I'll look and see how much May 2008 was. I didn't get any films watched this week. I think doing the editing of the vlog was my film watching this week. It was the same. It took the same spot on the schedule, so I didn't get to any movies this week. So I think if I do this again, and let me know if you enjoyed this and that you enjoy these vlogs, I think I'll definitely probably need a week off. But it might be something that I can get into the rhythm of doing more frequently. And so I'll see. But where was I going with that? But I didn't get to any movies this week, and I did miss that. So anyway, so that's just to kick things off. I'll see where the day will take us. I did also finish a book. I finished reading The Diva Rules by Michelle Visage. I didn't expect to finish that. I was enjoying it so much. It's sort of a combination memoir and sort of advice. And she's very firm, but she's very supportive, and I love that. It was a great combination, and I've always loved her. So she's from RuPaul's Drag Race. And I'm just gonna get this day started and share along the way as we do, and see where everything goes. So that is day 7. And I hope I get to some sketchbook or journal time. That would be really good. All right, see you in a bit. All right, I'm gonna try one of the new things I got this week with this Passion Flakie. So time for a treat. Okay, so I wanted to do a bit of an update. I actually did manage to get some time with my sketchbook, so I'm thrilled about this. I got 3 pages or 2.5 pages. Actually, it was probably 2 pages done. So I worked on this page. Some of this was already done, this sort of top part with the sort of pink, peach, orange, and brown. It looks a little different. Oh no, it does there. Those were already done, and then I added everything else. All of this I added is just pencil crayon. What I did was I have this thing of pencil crayons, and without looking, I just picked 3 colors, and then I would use those 3 colors to color in a bunch of squares. And then after a while, when I had done quite a bit, then I switched to another 3. So it was this peach, orange, and brown, and then it was this 2 greens and a blue. So I did this area, and then I did this area, which was this sort of light peach and sort of light blue, and this one's like a bronze. It's a metallic, And so I did those, and then I got this orange, red, and another peach. Wow, there's like so many different peaches. It's so weird. And then this section was all darks. So it was that's actually a dark green, a sort of burgundy, and that one was like a metallic gold. So that's what I did, and it got a little lumpy, a little side. Anyway, and so I just always make up different rules when I do this kind of stuff. So like initially the goal was not, like with the 3 colors, not to have any 2 squares beside each other that were the same color. I had to break that rule here and here, but that's because if I didn't do that, I would literally just have a checkerbox pattern type thing, which is fine. But it's just like, it's like one of those things where I make some rules and then I just try and work around it or work through it, or just, it's just enough to bounce off of. And then I just switch to different colors and switch to different colors. And like for me, like these two are very, very close in tone. They're very light. And then like all these 3 are all dark. And so I would normally pick something more like this, that's like a mid, a brown, a light, a mid, and a dark. But you can work with anything, because even within these ones, there's one that's lighter, there's one that's more mid, and there's one that's more dark. So, and always sign and date your work. So I did that, and then I did a similar idea. I just picked 3 colors, and then just drew lines just to get some tone, get some, get the feel of what it's like. And then like these ones too, these were very similar, and then yellow. So it was like it was like a gray, a green, and that, and the yellow, and then 2 greens and a gray, and then yellow, brown, green, and then a green, a gray, and an orange. Did I call that yellow, orange? Anyway, so I did that, and then I started working on another one. Same thing, I just picked 3 colors, and then this one I did as if the squares were lined. So it just got a little bit more of a basket weave feel. And again, it's funny because these ones, you look really, really close. They're actually quite different from each other, but when they're just lines and not blocks of color, they look quite similar. Actually, on camera, you can really tell the one that was dark because it was like a lilac, brown, and an orange, I think was the colors. I should have kept them out, so I don't know. I put them away, so some other day I will continue on that. So yeah, so I got some time on at the desk. I'm really, really thrilled about that. That was really wonderful. I haven't done anything like that for a while, and I didn't think it was going to happen this week. But the other thing that I wanted to share, and I talked about this in my very opening clip, and it was my fun thing, and I thought it would be easy to get to a fun thing, and here it is, like going to be like pretty much like the last thing that I'm working on, is I did get some makeup from Annabelle. So I thought I would just show it. I'm not going to do a get ready with me, but I thought I would just show what I had. So I'm not actually trying it. The goal was to try it, but I thought I would share it. So this is what is their Big Show curved brush mascara. This will be the big challenge because I have used the same brand and the same kind of mascara since I was 19. But I'm trying to, find some, I'm trying to go with Canadian brands moving forward. So Annabelle is Canadian, so, and I have used some of their stuff before. I've used their lip liner and their eyeshadow before, so let's take a look at it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I haven't had a curved one. That looks really thick. Where's the camera? So for me, with mascara, what I like is long and separate. You can't really tell from here, but I am very particular about mascara. Very particular. As I said, I've used the same brand and the same kind since I was 19. So I really hope that I like this. So maybe tomorrow, if I continue, well, this is the last day of the vlog, but maybe on the next vlog, I will give this a shot. This feels very thick. So I don't usually like this sort of thick and short and full. I'm more like long. That's what I like. But then when I wear my glasses, sometimes you get like the windshield wiper thing going on. So I got that. Then I also got this Kohl matte eyeliner, noir. It's black. So it's just, I don't know if I can open that. I haven't had a Kohl eyeliner for a while. Wow, I don't know if I can open that. Oh. So that's just, I mean, I have used their lip liners before, but it's been a long time since I've used their eyeliners. I'm a black eyeliner person. I mean, I see the reason why you would have other colors. And I know it's weird because I know that because I'm fair, that it and because of my coloring, it makes more sense to go with like a maybe like a brown because it's a bit sort of softer. But that's not what I like. That's not what I like when it comes to eyeliner and mascara. I like black. You know, so these are both black. So there we go. Black eyeliner, black mascara. So there we go. And what else did I get? I also got a lipstick. Or it says, I didn't see on the site, I didn't see where very many lipstick options, but this is like a liquid lipstick. Big Show. So these are both Big Show. So I guess they're sort of the dramatic brand. And this is in Longwear liquid lipstick. Does it say the color? I think I'm look at my Plum. I do like when they have cheeky color names. I think that's nice. So I'm not gonna try this on. I have a little split in my lip right now, so I'm not trying this on, especially not one with the wand that goes back in the container. Oh, I'm taking off the label. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I think you have to. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Sorry, this is very messy. Like, this is very, I don't know what the right word for what's going on right now. All right, so let's take a look. So that's it without the wrapper. I do like the packaging. It's quite nice. Trying to be very careful. It's quite dark. So that's the color. Ooh, I'll do a little here. Ooh, wow, it's quite dark. So I don't know how much, if this is like a gloss, like it's a lips. Oh, that's, of course, now the white balance isn't helping. That's quite nice. I like dark color for lipstick. I don't know if it's like a stain. I admit, I mostly went for what the color was. Sorry, I should have bought things. And then I got two eyeshadows. They're both matte. Yeah, they're both matte. Two eyeshadows. This one is, I think, amethyst. So it's quite, actually, it looks very light, but it is like a light purple. And this one is redwood. And my thought here was with these two colors, Annabelle has these, like, they've used like circular pots for their eyeshadow for a long time. These look different. These are clear, but I have ones that I've had their eyeshadows for years, and I still have some. I mean, I should probably get rid of the ones that I have because it's been a long time. So, but yeah, my thought here was to test them out, but also I thought with having one light one like this, the amethyst, that it also might be a good like highlight for like here or here. There are different places or here or here. Sometimes you can do nice highlights. So let's take, so it looks like it's, so the white balance is not helping at all in this moment. So, oh, it's very light. Oh, it's very light. I can barely. Okay, yeah, so it needs a little bit of help. Okay, we're not getting much going on here. Sorry, those angles are not good, but it's quite light. But it's quite nice. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not getting a lot of work with the white balance. But my thought was for that it would be a good highlight. And then this one, depending on how creative I get with, like, it's good for an eyeshadow. But I thought if I applied it very lightly, I might be able to work it as a contour. I think that might be a little too dark for me for a contour. But, oh, it's quite nice. Oh, I think that works for me. It's a nice warm. Again, sorry, the white balance is really not. Oh, sorry, there's my bananas. So, sorry for all the shaky cam. So those are the three colors. And yeah, so I think I don't know how well they work together. This, I will say, this is extremely light. So, but also like that's like on my hand, and that's not necessarily what's going on here. And I actually did want a light. So that was the idea behind the two colors, is to get some versatility. One that can work as a highlight or an eyeshadow if I want to do that. And then also one that can work as an eyeshadow or provide some definition. So yeah, so I'm really happy about that. I mean, I feel like that's a good solid way to go. I got two eyeshadows, the lipstick, the mascara, and the eyeliner, and that's what I was working with or that's what I thought I would go for this round. And yeah, and I was thrilled to find out that they were a Canadian company. I honestly had no idea, which is, you know, I've used their products for many years, and I often, the lip liner I have is already Annabelle. So I was really happy about that. So that is like most of the things off of my list ticked off that I can do this week. There were a couple of things this week. I go through everything. So I did plan my week. I did do my meal planning. I did place my grocery order and get my groceries. I got them delivered this week because of reasons. I got my AAA batteries. I finished my buddy read with Izzy and Kay Kelly and went to the live show. I continued my buddy read with Anita. I should check in with her today and see where we're at, if she's read the next chapter yet. I got 1 month of data entry done for my film data entry, so I'm really happy about that. I thought about doing May 2008, but it's like 70 titles, so that's too much, I think, for right just now. I have no idea what my film focus is for this year or my Notion thing. That was not a clear enough question for a line item to work on. In terms of my WoW professions, I obviously have worked on Legion Alchemy. I'm going to do another clip today about like the next thing I can do for that. And then I got to 53 out of 55 reputations that I was working on, so that was really good. I didn't do clearing the top of the stove. That just was not going to happen. Didn't clear this spot. I didn't put the holiday stuff away. I didn't install printer ink. None of that stuff was applicable this week. I just wasn't able to manage because my knee was hurting. And I did get one sit down journal time, and I did try my new makeup, but I did open it, and I'm okay with that. The next time I do a video, I will try out the new stuff. I'm really curious about the lipstick. I think the color, I don't usually go for I usually go for a lipstick that's like a stick, so I don't usually go for the wand sort of option, and I don't know, as I said, I've already got the top all muckied up. That was all me. Long wear liquid lipstick, so I don't know if it's like the staying powder power type of thing, because that's also important for me. I do find, especially if I'm going to be like on camera or on Zoom, that I like to have one that's non-transferable. I don't know if that one is. I'm not making any promises there. It's interesting, those two, the really dramatic ones, are part of the Big Show line. I have a feeling that might be a line that I like, so we'll see how I do with the mascara. Anyway, so I think I'm going to semi-wrap it up here. I am definitely going to watch the Liberal leadership race to see who wins and watch the speeches and stuff like that. I always like watching stuff like that. It'll be really interesting. It's very unusual for us to end up in this situation where the Prime Minister resigns and then there's a new leader chosen in this way, and there will be the Prime Minister designate. So we'll see how that goes. And then in terms of other news, I only had a little glance at things, but I'm going to focus on this for now. And I will do a little more gaming and share that. And I think that might sort of wrap up the week. I think it actually went pretty well, given that it was a pretty tough week. I had to make so many adjustments, but most of the stuff I got, it was just the physical stuff that I wasn't able to manage, and I think that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I'll still share, I'll probably come back and share after the we see who wins and that kind of stuff, or maybe not. I don't know where this is gonna go, but this was like the last thing I could tick off the list, so I'm very excited about that. I think I did really well. I got way more done than I expected. I never expect to get anything. I don't know about other people, but when I do a to-do list, I like to give myself more options, right? So this week I wasn't able to do some things, but that led more room for other things. I will say though, that's not smart to do if there are specific things that need to be done by a certain time period. These are all things that I want to get done, mostly, not like groceries. I always need to do that, but But some of the, like, if I didn't get the data entry done, but I answered the question about what film focus do I want this year, that's still progress, you know? And some of the other things are the same kind of thing. I'm just trying to say, like, for me, one of the things that works for a to-do list, unless it's something like there is an actual hard deadline, it's nice to have some options, and then you can pick from those options, or, you know, like you get your energy is in one direction and not the other. So that's what works for me. And so anyway, that was almost clear. Like, that was almost not messy, I mean. Anyway, but I am happy about how things went. As I said, I'm going to continue watch and see how things unfold in terms of the leadership race. And also, I got to do my alchemy because I'm really excited for what could happen with that today. So I hope that you are enjoying these videos, and I probably will be back for at least one more clip. I think. I'm not sure. We'll see how things go.
We're a country that refuses to accept the false choice between a strong economy and a healthy environment. We're a country that embraces reconciliation and indigenous peoples as true partners because it is the only path to a shared, prosperous future.
We're a country that breathes life into the French language and is heard across the world. We're a country that celebrates its diversity and draws strength from its differences.
We're a country that celebrates the right of each and every person to be who they want to be, to pray as they pray, and love whom they love. We're a country that will always defend a woman's right to choose. And we're a country that will be diplomatic when we can, but fight when we must, elbows up.
Good evening. This is an exceptional opportunity for me to be here this evening. This is my ninth liberal convention that I participated in. And it's the seventh time that I've spoken at the podium. I would have never thought that I could do it at 91. I'm still ready to fight. I have fight in me yet.
It's very important. I want to take this moment to say how I'm impressed. I am by the quality of the candidates whose names are on the ballot tonight. It makes me very, very proud to be a liberal.
It's amazing to see the Jean Chrétien speech. I had no idea it was 91 now. That's amazing.
Et maintenant, parlons
And now,
de l'éléphant dans la
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
La longue et fructueuse amitié
The long and fruitful
construite au fil
friendship with
de
the Americans,
décennies,
built over
se
decades,
transforme sous nos yeux
which is falling apart before our eyes and is becoming something which is difficult to name.
le respect mutuel,
Mutual respect,
la confiance,
trust,
l'esprit de coopération réciproque,
reciprocal cooperation, friendship, which have long characterized our relationship, are now giving way to weariness
de plus en plus
and more open hostility from the Trump administration towards our country.
Energy, delivering a speech to rally the Liberal Party and the country, telling Donald Trump directly to stop this nonsense. He was also out, of course, to pay tribute to Prime Minister Trudeau and talk about the way he had defended the nation against Donald Trump, and also throughout COVID, he was thanking Trudeau for the premiers and the premiers for the way they handled things through the pandemic.
A reminder that the winner must receive more than 50% of the points allocated in a ballot to win. The following are the results of the first ballot with 151,899 votes cast. In fourth place, Frank Baylis with 4,038 votes, resulting in 1,014 allocated points, representing 3% of the vote. In third place, Karina Gould with 4,785 votes, resulting in 1,100 allocated points, representing 3.2% of the vote. In second place, Chrystia Freeland with 11,134 votes, resulting in 2,729 allocated points, representing 8% of the vote. In first place, the next Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, with 131,674 votes, resulting in 29,457 allocated points, representing 85.9% of the vote.
Carney is the next Liberal Party leader, the next Prime Minister of Canada, and for now, the Prime Minister designate, with an overwhelming win at 85%. That is bigger than the win that Justin Trudeau had in 2013 and is beyond decisive. Let's put it that way. There he is with his wife, Diana, celebrating. The Liberal Party has a new leader to take them into the next election. This is the first ever Prime Minister designate who has never held elected office. He has never been elected. He is untested politically, with the exception of these past 2 months, but he has sold his vision to the Liberal Party of Canada, and they are buying what he's selling.
Alors, bonsoir tout le monde. Wow. This room is strong. This room is Canada strong. Canadians know that new threats demand new ideas and a new plan. They know that new challenges demand new leadership. Canadians want positive leadership that will end division and help us build together.
Well, that was really, really interesting to watch. I've never seen anything like that. In terms of the coverage, I didn't realize it was actually like a convention. So it was like the Liberal convention where they choose their next leader. It just, in this situation, I guess it's more of a more national, like outside party interest, because who the next leader will be will also be the next prime minister. So the numbers came in and wow, the numbers spoke. 85.9% for Mark Carney. So he will be our next prime minister, and they're calling it Prime Minister Delegate. Is that it? Prime Minister Delegate. Is that the terminology? I'm not 100% sure. And it's a very unique situation because he doesn't hold a seat. I think that's his, but they explained that they'll do a by-election for that because he's the only one who's not actually a politician. So, but 85.9%, and then Chrystia Freeland got 8%, Karina Gould 3.2%, and Frank Baylis 3%. So that's a huge numbers, like 85%, like that's even just 85, not only 85.9. So that really says something. So it was really interesting to watch. I always enjoyed this kind of coverage, but it was very different because I didn't know it was like a convention kind of thing. So, and I really enjoyed, in particular, Jacques Chrétien's speech at 91. I mean, it was a good speech. It was a long speech. It was a good speech. He had a lot of really great points, a lot of really great moments. And I mean, he's a great speaker and had just it was really good. I really appreciated seeing that. And then also Justin Trudeau made his outgoing speech, if you will, and Mark Carney made a speech as well. So it was a lot of speeches. I like watching speeches. I feel like you learn so much about a person and their personality in a speech, like what they find important, what they put emphasis on. Are they going to have jokes? What kind of jokes are those going to be? And that kind of stuff, or what kind of moments are they going to hold? And also it's interesting to see which are the moments that held the room, which were the moments where people were like, yes, this is meaningful. This is important to me. So there was a lot of really interesting moments, but it was quite long. So I'm going to take a break, have some lunch or food. I don't even know. It's not really lunchtime anymore. and probably do some gaming and start putting my vlog together because my goodness, I got to get that together. And I'm sure there will be coverage, you know, there's live coverage and then there's like also like news type coverage too. So anyway, very interesting day. I'm glad I did get most of my list done. Is that what ended up happening? I think I got all of the things I pretty much could get done. A lot of the stuff I couldn't get done this week, it was understandable. I gave myself a pass on the things that I couldn't do, and that's also totally fine, whether like for whatever reason, unless you're obligated to do them for some reason. Anyway, I didn't mean to go into like how I do a to-do list. I think I did that earlier too. Anyway, it was interesting. Did you watch the speeches? Did you watch the announcements? Really, I really enjoy this kind of live in the moment coverage. It can be really long, I will say that, and there's been tons of it over the past couple of weeks. I watched the, provincial debates and then both the English and French debates for the Liberal leadership. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where things go. Of course, things still feel, quite stressful. But for today, I think this was the big thing to find out what was going to happen. And now we know. So it'll be interesting to see where things go.
What be happening?
All right, we are back in the Alchemy studio. It's very exciting. I have been waiting for this moment, although after this moment, there will be more waiting, but I'm still excited. So today we finally get to do the transmutation I was waiting for, which is meat to pet. I picked up the ingredients that I didn't have, and then these three transmutagens I created through the other transmutations. And so after we hit this button, this pulsating sac is going to jump into our bag, and I am so excited. Here it is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So unfortunately, it'll take 7 days to hatch. But inside there will be something. I actually don't know if it only it does say meat into a pet. It does say meat into a pet, so it will be a pet. But what pet will it be? Now there's 3 pets that it could be that I don't have, but I don't know if it can be other pets as well. So either way, I am super excited, and it is it says unique, which means I can only have one at a time. That means I can't do this transmutation until I open this in 7 days. So throughout the next week, I can do all these other transmutes and get more stuff, get more herbs from this skin to herbs, fish to gems. Do I need that one again? Oh yeah, I probably need to do fish to gems one more because I'll need, oh no, black transmutagen, oily transmutagen. What am I out of? Vicious. Huh, I don't know where I got that from before. It might have been this wild transmutation because I haven't done, that's the only one I've done that. Pile of gems can be oily. Skin to herbs can give the black transmutagen. So I must have got the vicious one from Wild Transmutation, which I actually can do now because this has a daily cooldown, but it looks like it's an individual. The other cooldowns are once per. Okay, so there we go. I got some vicious transmutagen. Great. So now I have enough materials to do meat to pet again, but I can't do it for 7 days. I am super excited about this. I'm so happy. I know it's a bit anticlimactic. I didn't even get to, I don't even know how much health. I got to 61 alchemy out of 100. I haven't done this quest to do all of these potions for Ducius Valdera. It might be Ducius. Ducius? I'm saying Ducius, but there's no I. Ducius Valdera. Yeah, I'm supposed to make all of these potions for Ducius, and I have not. So I have enough for some of them, but they take a lot of materials, and I don't tend to get a lot of this Kjarn Snaggle, or Foxflower. Those are in High Mountain and Stoneheim. But I don't think there's any quests I can do for herbalism or... Oh, there's a fishing one. Ooh, if you slay the queen fish, you get 40 cursed queenfish. Do I need that for the fish to gems? I do. Let's go do that. So yeah, the one thing that's interesting about I don't remember where it was. This way? Let's go this way. The one thing that's interesting about the Legion expansion and the expansions that come after it is they have these world quests. So these quests, and they change sort of daily, weekly, every 3 days. They're all in different rotations. It's hard to keep up with. But some of them give you materials. Like this
seems
one
to have
will
received
give me
reinforcements from Suramar.
a bunch of queenfish. And then there'll be ones that give herbs. I don't see any there. I just oops, landed in a tree because I wasn't paying attention. And then there's also ones that are particular to alchemy, but I don't see any. So
Gerahard may have been onto something, but I think he got his ingredients mixed up.
sorry,
We should
Prince.
try a different combination.
Ferondis.
Maybe
We're not doing that. We're doing something else. Oh, we're okay. So we're looking for the queenfish. Which is supposed to be here, so it's in the circle. Is it this? Start? No. So they're supposed to be in this general vicinity. I think they show up. Well, this arrow is telling me to go all the way over there, so looks like there's something over there. Is there? Ah, there's the cursed queenfish. So there we go. Alright, and that got me 40 fish for completing the quest, so good times. So it's too bad there's no more there isn't any herb quests up or alchemy quests. Wow, there's a lot of pets here. Are they all these grizzly squirrels, olive tail, hare? I have all those. I think I have most of the pets that you can get out here. There is one I don't have yet. That's from Pine Mountain? It's one of the Falcosaurs. That's like a whole other complicated questline thing. Anyway, woo! Overshot. So anyway, I definitely have to pick some flowers. Oh my goodness. There's a mob here. Oh, and they dropped some flowers. Thank you. So yeah, so I think that is that for this particular line of the vlog, and I definitely have to get more flowers. Yeah. Bjorn Skaggle and Foxflower. I don't have many of those. I have lots of Dreamleaf. I have a good source for that, and I think I might have bought that off the auction house, but I could use our Starlight Rose. All of these are in different zones. Each of these 5 herbs, they're in the 5 different zones. So I gotta go fly around, pick a bunch of flowers, or buy them off the auction house because that might be the easier way to go. But I am thrilled that we got the recipe that I was looking for. I skilled up from 20 to 61 out of alchemy. I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a slow... Ooh, bling time. What do we get? What do we get? An underground map, a disarmed explosive device, and a paper supplement. Okay, that's basically just vendor stuff. But still, you never know. You never know what you're gonna get.
What are you looking for?
And you can get pets, and
have a good one.
Very low drop chance to get mounted too. So, but yeah. So I think that's where we're at, and it has been really good. I think I've been happy with how this has gone, but I don't have a lot of recipes that I can get skill ups for, so I definitely need to keep questing. So I get all, and you can only get one quest at a time, I think. So I've been a little delinquent on doing my questing because I got very excited about the transmutation. And who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? So, but I think that's not bad. 41 skill points in a week, and also a pet, you know. Eventually, there will be a pet of some kind. So I hope that you enjoyed these adventures in Legion Alchemy, and we'll see where other adventures take us.
It's been real.
And that's dinner.
Okay, now it is time for some dragon riding racing. I am really excited about this. I have just one more quest here to do. Just this one, Desolisk Drift. I'm going to do the course on its regular mode to complete the quest, and that'll give me 10 of these, what are they called? Riders of Azeroth badges. And then I also am going to try their quest in advanced mode and reverse mode because there are also achievements for that, and I've done them on every other one, at least I think so. And yeah, so here we go. This is I'm gonna see, I might just start this and explain what it looks like.
Lived to see them return.
It's a racing course, and you have to go through these rings. The gold ring is your next ring. Green rings are further rings, and you have to go in them in order. And I am it's not on the right thing. Okay, yeah, so here we go. And those swirlies give you a bit of a speed up. And we're, oh my gosh, you get a little arrows to let you know if you're off course, because that happens. At least that happens to me. And so here we, oh gosh, this one is quite... Out of vigor, which is energy that you can use to speed up. Ooh, I went wide. Oh, I just got that one. I apologize for the shaky cam, if it's feeling shaky cam. And there are, it is timed, so if you finish it, you get bronze. And then there is also a possibility to get silver and gold if you do it fast enough. So I'm just going for participation. Let's see what I get. Oh my gosh, I got gold? I am shocked. I didn't think I went that fast. I thought I messed something up, and I'm not quite at the start of the race. Oh, that is very exciting. So that also means I get 3 badges. You get 1 for bronze, 1 for silver, 1 for gold. And the more badges you have, the more currency you get. That's the currency for
The Isles welcome you.
the appearance set. I'm really excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to try the advanced first now. This one, it doesn't have those swirlies for the speed increase, but there are, I only recently noticed, there are these green globules. There's one, see that? And it made a pop sound. That was some vigor, which means I can use my own speed buff. So, well, there was, I got one, I heard the sound. You can also get vigor by just sort of swooping downwards. It sort of generates on its own as well. But sometimes it's hard to swoop downwards when you have to follow the racing rings. So this one you have to manage your energy a little bit better. Ooh. Ooh. And again, I'm just going for participation because I want to get the achievement. And there's one for advance and there's one for reverse. I missed the globule, but we press on. Oh! Ooh. That's how'd I do? Yay! I got the achievement. Super excited about that, and I got bronze, which is fine. I don't expect to get silver and gold on reverse, because, or sorry, on advanced or reverse, to be honest, because they are definitely tougher. Whew. Okay, so now let's try reverse. This one is exactly what it says on the tin. You're just doing the race backwards. Sometimes these aren't too bad, depending on the zone they're in. This one's Vesalisk, and I felt like this is actually a bit more of a challenge than this, so. Because sometimes the races do sort of go from up to down, like swooping downwards, and that's easier. But when you're doing them in reverse, sometimes you have to swoop up, and that is harder, or requires energy. So good. This is the part I think that's tough because there's a lot of obstructed view. Like, I don't know. Oh, where am I? Oh, there it is. I very much try and just be like, what's the next one? Where's the next ring? Oh, I'm stuck in a tree. I find as long as I don't land, I can manage. I don't know if I'm proving that point or not. Did I speak too soon? Oh no, I landed! Crap. Oh. Those mobs didn't like it. Oh my gosh, there we go. And I got the bronze achievement and then also the achievement for doing all three in bronze. The regular, the advanced, and the reverse. Oh, I am so excited. That just makes me so happy. I do love achievements. I have 19,315 achievement points. That's not individual achievements. I do have, wow, 2,089 achievements out of 5,245. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see how much currency I have. 83 currency on this character. I don't know if that's enough to get. I don't think that's enough to get everything, but I think it is enough to get all of the appearances. They do also have some dragon riding, dragon flying. They have some other things that I'm not as interested in, but this event does not come around that often, so I might see if I can manage to get everything, but generally what I want is the appearance set. Just ignore that sound. It's not a real dog. If you could hear that, it's not a real dog. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to Nugabar, which is where I can turn in the quest. Oh, I actually get another 10 of the tickets for handing in the quest. I just actually... And again, just ignore that dog, because it's not dogs. Alright, so we talked to Lord Andris Straza.
Ah, caught a good wind stream lately.
Oh, I added an R. There's no R there. And is Straza. Alright.
Keep your feet off the ground.
Okay, so I should have 91, and here's the vendor. Dath and Drush.
Honored to meet you.
I have 93, and I have some. Oh, I think I have enough for everything. These are the appearances, and then these are customizations to dragon mounts. I'm less fussy about those, so let's just get the appearances. Yay. And this should complete the set. Oh, it doesn't do a little.
Go carefully.
I feel like it should always do it like, "Papa, you completed the set." Oh, that's where it is. Got those gloves. This belt. These pants. Yeah, because it's a sort of brown and tan type of color combo. These boots. And this cloak. Yay! Oh, it does pop up a thing saying. And then so this is the appearance set that I completed. Now this character is an undead or a forsaken, so they're a bit hunched over, and also like you don't see their hands, like their toes and their hands are exposed. But I love the helm, and I love how it looks like what's it called? It's like a scarf. But I think this would look really great on like a Volpera character, which is like a little fox character. I'm not the biggest fan of the cloak. I don't know. It doesn't quite fit the look, but I love the shoulders. I like the boots. I like the belt. I like the chest. So all of that looks good, but I think it might be fun to look at this on like an actual Volpera character, because I think it would really suit them really well, and also like this character I really like what they're wearing, so I'm not going to change them out, but I think I'll just bring in a Volpera and go to the transmogrifier so you can see what it would look like on them, because that's one of the really fun things about this game is that you can change your look if you've collected the appearance set. So I like this one. I did get the Northrend one, which is this blue and dark brown, and that's from a different expansion. Again, I'm not sure about that's the cloak. I don't understand why it's so skinny. I don't get it. So okay, I'm gonna bring someone else in. Okay, so here I have one of my Volpera characters. Aren't they just like so awesome? I love how they look. I mean, seriously. If like I always choose a character that's like an animal if you can. So, and like being a fox is just the best. Oh, my toolbars are all weird. Okay, I have not played this character in a while. Let's go to the transmogrifier and see what that appearance set would look like. Oops, oh, I'm in healing spec. Whoops. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Let's see what it would look like.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
How do you do this? Under sets. There it is. So that's what it would look like. Oh my gosh, it would cost 500 gold to change. Oh, and see how short. See how short the cloak is when it's on a Volpera. It looks so different, although their weapons still match really well. I think it is so awesome. It's such a fun set. I will admit, I do like the blue and brown better, like without question. But I think this is great. And I'm really glad that I spent the time working on it. I'm going to have to do the math and see if I'm going to work on those last dragon flying mount. I don't remember what they're called. I never do that thing. But yeah, this one I also really like. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. There is also one that I don't have. called Drake. Or that I have half of the Outland cup. That one looks really good. Again, I don't get it. It looks so different on this. I got half of them last time. But yeah, I'm so happy. I just feel like that's just a really cool look. I don't know if I would go with the whole thing. I definitely wouldn't go with the cloak, but you know, it's a good option. You never know what it's going to work with. And I love transmogrifying because you can just make your character look like anything. Actually, I really like what I picked for them, but like this was the trading post from last month. It's quite okay. It's my own cloak. You know, it's a very different look than the Thunderstorm pirate look, you know, or the Murloc onesie that is not all pieces, because you can see I'm still wearing some of my own stuff with that one, but still, I mean, like, it's so fun. It's one of the great, did I hit apply? I heard a sound. What did I do? Alright, okay, I didn't do anything. So, yeah, and this was the PvP set from Season 1 of the War Within. I have to go check out what the new one looks like. That is very intense. That helm. Don't think I've used that on any character. That's a little too intense for me, and this was the Halloween one, so so much fun. So yeah, so I am thrilled to be able to have that set. I can't find where you type things in a different spot when you're at the transmogrifier. So yeah, success with the Drake Racers Silks for Eastern Kingdoms and Calvador. Fun times.